Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Avax. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, it's going to be in the top right-hand corner of the video. You can watch that before watching this one so that you have more context. Also, I do want to jump over to my Patreon real quick over here. The link is going to be in the description if you want to support me and you want to get more exclusive content. Then you can go over to the link and feel free to join my Patreon. We do have more than 400, almost 450 posts over here. As you can see, we have around about more than 20 low cap gem calls on Patreon. Some of them have done incredibly well. Some of them I have shared on YouTube and in the Telegram chat, in the open Telegram chat as well. And we do have multiple technical analysis posts in here. Obviously, that's the majority of the posts. You can request videos on any topic, any project review. You basically all the benefits are here. So you can read through all of them. Obviously, patron shout out, video requests, private TA lessons on the topic of your choice. And we also have Discord chats with the patrons as well. So yeah, feel free to check it out if that's something that you would like to participate in. But let's jump back into the chart. So going over to the daily chart, we do have the Fibonacci retracement set up, as you can see, from the swing high here in February to the swing low in July of last year. We have pumped all the way up to the 1.414 Fibonacci retracement. And as you can see, I did have this, I mean, I don't know if you can see, but if you were following the channel, for a very long time, then, and you have been following the Avax updates, then you would know that I do have the Fibonacci's, these large ones, from a very long time ago. I set them up a long time ago, and we've had these targets for a long time. So we've had $131 as our technical target for a long time here. And I did tell you, you may see a pullback from here. And we did pull back all the way to the yellow support trend line, and then we almost had another touch of the 1.414. But that's besides the point. We lost the first fib level, and now we're coming back into the golden ratio zone. So the golden ratio zone is basically everything below the 0.618 and above the 0.5. So this is your golden ratio zone. As you can see, this was a tremendous support zone back in spring of last year. And from there, you had a pullback all the way down into the summer deep pullback here. And once you broke out from here, as you can see, you broke out in August. You haven't come back down since. So right now what we're doing is we're coming back down to retest this zone as support, which is always healthy. So in any case, anywhere from $29.50 all the way to $24 here. This is a pretty good buy zone for Avax, in my opinion, especially for those of you who have been buying at these large these big prices here. So 67, 100 per Avax coin is just too expensive. If you have been buying at these prices, dollar cost averaging right now is very, very smart. Now, zooming in just a little bit, I want to take a look at the 20 EMA and at the 55 EMA here on the daily chart. As you can see, the gap in between the EMAs is quite large. And this usually means that we are going to see a relief rally. So I would expect either a bounce from the 0.786 because we haven't back tested that as resistance, or I would expect the 55 EMA to come back down by that point and we would get rejected from $40 either way. The 20 EMA is something that we need to break through in order to even do that. So I don't know if we can break through the 20. We have been rejected by the 20 for the last 1, 2, 3 times that we have touched it in the last 2 months. So potentially right now, if you're looking for a swing trade off the 20 EMA, you do have a 20% trade that's on the table right now. And as you can see, we're bouncing off the 0.5 here. The 0.5 sitting at $24, 23.5. This was a good opportunity for you to enter. I had the fib since the last video. That was a nice 21% that you could have had, a 21% trade. Below that, we have the 0.382 here at $19. If you want to set up some buy limit orders in advance, it is possible that we can come down even as low as $19 here, because as you can see, we broke through here through the 0.382, and just like the 0.5 and the 0.618, we did not have a back test of support. Below that, we have the 0.236 at $14.50. That's something that you want to keep an eye on as well. Okay, so, and, just to end the daily chart on a good note, I do want to say that the 1.618 target here at $191.50 will be our technical target once we start breaking through the first high over here, okay? If we're going to be using this fib retracement, right? Because we can always find a new bottom here. Let's say the 0.382 is going to be a new bottom. And then you draw a new fib, right? From this swing high to the swing low. And you look for your target. It's going to be up there at $513. But, let's focus on what's happening right now. Also, jumping into the daily RSI right now. I do apologize about all the drawings. Let me just show you one thing that I want to draw your attention to. So ignore the drawings on the RSI. So as you can see, the RSI right now is printing a higher low because you have a low, right? And the next low is higher. Now looking to the corresponding lows on the price action, you have a low over here and you have a low over here. Now, as you can see, these lows, this is a series of lower lows because you have a low, you have a lower low. Basically, this is a bullish divergence, okay? And usually this happens before a surge in the price action. And like I said, I did give you multiple resistance levels. You have a resistance as well here at $37. You have the 20 EMA, you have the 786, and you have the golden ratio here at 29, almost $30. So you have 4 points of strong resistance right now. And if you manage to break through all of them, great. I would look for the 55 EMA to reject and send us back down. I don't think this pullback is us being out of the woods. I do think we are still going to see some downside, and I do think Avax potentially could even come down to $14.50 if Bitcoin starts dropping below 27K. Now going into the daily RSI, let me remove some of the trend lines just for the sake of showing you this symmetrical triangle that we had. This was a good pattern, and we were in it. I was expecting a break to the upside. Obviously, with the Bitcoin pullback, we dropped down. We had a move to the upside, a little fake out, and then we dropped down into the oversold once again. Since then, we have been in a recovery phase. Next up, we have a resistance level here at the index of 40. So this is something that you can look for. If you run into this resistance on the RSI, you could look at the price action and potentially take some profits at that point, because this level here was a strong support zone for multiple months. We did end up rejecting it over here, and we did end up, going above it just slightly, but we ended up dropping back down. But, there's no one to say that this can't be another resistance level right now, because it was a support level for a very long time. And bringing back the blue trend line here, the large one, as you can see, we have been rejected by this blue trend line in August of last year, in November of last year, in February this year. We back tested it as support in March, and then we lost it with the pullback, and we haven't tested it once again after that. So potentially right now we could run into the blue trend line as well. And bringing back the last trend line over here, which is, I'm going to remove the red one and all of these so it's easier to see. Bringing back the smaller blue trend line here, as you can see, we have 3 touches over here, April 7th, April 20th, and May 4th. And we have been rejected from this blue trend line every single time. So you could potentially look for a resistance rejection here off of this trend line. So, lots of resistance levels we need to break through on Avax. The most bullish one, I would say, would be the large blue trend line, because we would be breaking multi-month resistance, diagonal resistance trend line, and that is a very bullish sign. But we haven't done that just yet. We haven't done that just yet. At some point we will, and that will be a very, very good indicator in my opinion. I don't think there is any point in jumping into lower time frames because Avax is very much oversold. It's a great opportunity to dollar cost average in right now. You can set up some buy limit orders at lower prices as always, but if you're in it for the long term, then I do think this does favor you. Okay, and let me just see if I can I potentially do see some sort of a resistance trend line over here. And we did end up breaking through, but we're getting rejected as you can see. Getting rejected, we're forming a little channel over here. We're getting rejected from that channel, and as soon as you start breaking out and back testing this as support, you can start flipping bullish. But for now, yeah, I didn't see this channel beforehand. I do apologize on the daily chart. So this is a channel that we're going to be in for quite some time. I do think now, unless we break the blue trend line, back test it as support, and break the 20 EMA. But other than that, I would target the support of the trend line, and I would target $19 here as the 0.382 Fib retracement. But that has been it for this update. Really, it's a great entry for all the altcoins. Thank you all for watching. If I missed out anything on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section, and let me know what are your thoughts on Avax. And if you want to follow me on Twitter, that would also be very much appreciated. You can get a lot of TA in there and a lot of interesting and sometimes funny posts as well. I do like myself, a couple of good memes here and there, but I do post technical analysis of some coins that I don't usually cover here on the channel. And as always, the Patreon link is down below in the description. And if you want to support Ukraine, as always, you can donate. The official websites are linked down below. You can support the Ukrainian refugees and Ukraine's military. Thank you all for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye and good night.